Whether they fought to gain independence or to maintain the Union, perhaps help free the world from tyranny or defeat forces of oppression and evil, they answered the call. As Americans, we are blessed to have citizens that have stood up and served. Unfortunately, though, that sometimes requires them to lay down their lives.
Yeah, and it is the reason why here in the United States we observe Memorial Day, a time to remember the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice and even visit the cemeteries that became their eternal resting place. Cemeteries like the Eastern Shore Veterans Cemetery, and we are happy to welcome in Ronnie James. He is the chairman of the Cemetery Committee. Ronnie, welcome to DelmarvaLife.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
So first of all, tell us a little bit about the Eastern Shore Veterans Cemetery.
There are 5 veteran cemeteries that are state-run in the state of Maryland. We have one on the Eastern Shore, and it's in a place called Beulah. It's between Preston and Hurlock. Right now there are close to 7,000 graves at the Eastern Shore Veteran Cemetery. It's open 7 days a week. I say it is about the 3rd best program for veterans. Number 1 being education, number 2 being housing, number 3 is it's a place for veterans to go when they're dead. They also serve the dependents of veterans, and it's a great program because once you're inside the gated cemetery, everything is free. There's a chapel for service, there's the opening and closing of the grave liner, everything is free.
My goodness.
Even for dependents in the state of Maryland, it's free.
Really?
Now, getting there is up to you, funeral home, whatever.
Right.
But once you're inside the gate, everything is free.
You're going to have a memorial ceremony.
We have a memorial service on the real Memorial Day, May 30th. And we also have one on the real Veterans Day, November the 11th.
What kind of things will we see at the real Memorial Day?
Prior to the real memorial, this Saturday, May 24th, we put not small flags, but a 12 by 18 flag on every grave. Did I mention 7,000?
7,000.
That's a lot.
Gates open at 8. Everybody's welcome to come and help us place the flags. If you come, bring a large glove because you will have a blister on your hand unless you bring a glove. The cemetery is just gorgeous with 7,000 flags flying.
I bet.
Independent group that is part of the Eastern Shore Veteran Cemetery to get them started is also Wreaths Across America, which is in December. And again, we put out 7,000 wreaths for the Wreaths Across America.
Wow.
So let's talk a little bit more about the actual ceremony that you're having on the 30th. You have a special speaker?
On the 30th, we have a regular program. We have a special speaker. On Memorial Day, it is the Senior Vice Commander of the American Legion. On Veterans Day, it is the Senior Vice Commander of the VFW.
Okay.
Once in a while, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs will come down and give a 5-minute speech. The program lasts between 15 and 20 minutes. Easton Middle School Band has played every year for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Every organization around lays a wreath during the program. It's a pretty moving program.
My goodness, I guess it is. Let me ask you something real quick while we've got you here. You recently buried a soldier from the Civil War. Is that right?
They have buried Civil War soldiers, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, the first person buried on the Eastern Shore Veteran Cemetery was from a family plot that was right next to the cemetery, a Revolutionary War soldier. When they opened his grave, all they found was a few buttons and a little bit of cloth and a couple bones. But they moved him from the family plot into the Veterans Cemetery in 1977 when the cemetery opened.
Wow.
Now the cemetery has bought the property where that family plot was.
We're back to the 7,000 again, aren't we? My goodness.
Wow. And you served?
I did. I was in the Navy. There wasn't anything else.
Yeah.
I did 2 tours in Vietnam, yes.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that service. So give us the details on the real Memorial Day service.
The real Memorial Day service will be at 1:30 at the Veterans Cemetery. Starts promptly at 1:30 on Friday, May the 30th. And everybody's invited. After the ceremony on Memorial Day, they go back to the Hurlock American Legion for a free meal. On Veterans Day, they go back to the VFW in Fallowsburg for a free meal. Wow. So it's a good ceremony free food.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a moving ceremony, and with 7,000 graves there, we get a lot of family members that
Yeah.
come
I'm sure.
and remember the deceased on that day.
So take your kids and teach them.
Yes, take your kids this Saturday
Yeah.
to put out flags.
There you go.
There you go. Yes. There you
Ronnie James, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
That's been my pleasure.